My name is Cindy Pomerantz. I live in Marshfield, Massachusetts. My mother is Estelle, and she is in the skilled nursing facility, and she's been there since January 31st. Before she was there, she was on the assisted living floor. My mother was living in Ashland. She was living very independently. She was still working. At 85 years old, she was working in a dental office. One morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, I heard a big thump and she fell in the kitchen. And she yelled for me. And I called 911, went to the hospital. She broke her hip, had her surgery, went to rehab. And while at rehab, they offered to send her here so that she could consider what was next. And when she broke her hip, I knew she couldn't live by herself anymore, so I had to look for an assisted living. As I went around to the different places, I tried to picture my mother there. One place was so big, I just couldn't picture her going through the hallways after a hip fracture. One place was so small, I just felt bad leaving her there. Another place I called was too expensive. And so then I came back here and I thought, this is where I want her to be. And I was just kind of like relieved when I got here. And I had my tour here, and that's how I decided. She could walk to get her meals. I was able to bring her out for meals if she wanted to, like lunch. So we went on little field trips. And that went on for 6 years. As she was declining, I kept saying, Ma, if you ever need more help, if you ever need hospice care, we can do that. And she says, no, I don't think I'm ready for that, but I'll let you know. But as soon as she heard that she could have her own room, she decided, I'm ready. And then we moved her down there, and we made her room very, very nice again with her artwork. And she has her personal things. She has bookcases with her photo albums and pictures. So I tried to make it as close to a little home as possible. And having her own room is great. When she was mobile, she would walk with her walker down to the preschool and she would read to the children. And she loved them. They called her Miss Estelle. And she loved that, and she looked forward to it every week. As she became less mobile, they came here to the assisted living, and she would meet them on the 5th floor, and they would come to her. They would sit on the floor on their mats, and she would read to them. I've worked on the South Shore for 30 years. I've seen all kinds of nursing homes. There's no other nursing home that I would put her at in the South Shore. I didn't want to move her because she liked it here. I would rather drive the distance than drive 5 minutes to a nursing home that isn't nice. The nurses are attentive. They've done a fantastic job with her so far. The nurses communicate with me, and being there 3 days a week, I've gotten to know people. The assisted living is very, very clean. Her bed is made every day. There's a hairdresser here that she signed up to go to every 2 weeks. The nurses here are really happier. They're friendly. I would say, do your research, go do your tours, think about it, and then move into Whitney Place in Natick, and you will be happy here.